Good morning, folks. It is Sunday, so you know what time it is. Sunday morning coffee with yours truly. So, this week was rather slow. We got that 39 out, which we wound up putting gobs more hours into. Interesting statement of subject from Mr. Tommy Shu. I wanted to kind of address more than just scribbling out some words on the all YouTube comments, but to actually address that statement. Partners suck. Partners suck. You know, once upon a time, I always made the statement: if I wanted a partner, I'd go get a dog. That meant both business professional and just at home. I was pretty sure after dealing with separation and divorce, I wasn't gonna really want to deal with living with another person, have another woman in my life of permanent nature. Well, I was wrong. I met a pretty awesome gal. Very satisfied with that situation, I gotta say. I've entered into the happiest times of my short life thus far. 36 years, that's not a long time. Just long enough to make a few mistakes, make a few friends, make a few enemies. In business, a partner's got to be able to complement your abilities, that's for sure, on the floor. I've said it before, to go out in business because you're good at something is folly. Go work for a shop that'll pay you well to do what you want to do. They're out there. They really are. They're out there. Over the last few years, my clincher has been, I've had opportunity. It would have been high production, new and late model shop. I wouldn't be in the financial mess I am now. I know that. But I had also taken on and had on the board responsibilities. Responsibilities to good customers, good people. Kind of a catch-22. So that's where I'm at. As far as bringing Jeremy in as a partner, I didn't give him shit. He's earned what he's got, okay? He didn't buy in monetarily to what I got going on. He's given, he's sacrificed, he's brain twisted, he's made calls, good and bad, that he stood by. Jeremy worked for me previously, and he was one hell of a worker. He did great work. He works exactly as fast as he works, and that's it, period. And that's the kind of people you want around you. Someone that just finds a groove and goes. There's no high speed, there's no low speed, there's no half-assed. He just does his job. I've known Jeremy now for, I don't know, better part of a decade. We have run around in the same crew, in the same social circle for at least 15 years. If it weren't Jeremy, I wouldn't have a partner. Let's just put it that way. I know and understand about business, but I've still got my faults, okay? I actually have formal education in business. I have formal education in welding. I don't have what you would call formal education in mechanic, paint, body. Most of what we deal with, you can't go to a school and learn. But Jeremy's always been honest and stalwart. Honest to that fault. Tell me the shit I don't want to hear. So, over 5 years of service with me in various fields of employ. And the grinds, ups and downs that we've dealt with together just in the last, just about a year. He's been here about a year now. This time around. That's where that comes in. That's why I treated him more as a partner, even just on the clock hour of the guy, than I had any other guy that's ever worked for me, because I valued his opinion. And well, I'm a flighty, flaky son of a bitch. He's the exact opposite. He's very pragmatic. So that's my statement about that. Exhaust fans, it's another one that folks pointed out. Yes, right this second we have a very rudimentary exhaust system in the shop proper. We have one hell of an air mover that we can actually draw through. When it's real cold out and we've got to shoot towards the front of the shop, we have to shut the door down for a minute, and then we open it up, exhaust everything out. It's a large enough volume shop that it's not a bad deal. It's not right. It's not how I want to be. We're working at building a booth proper, one step at a time. We do motorcycle parts, hoods. You can squeeze a car in our tent, but it's just not enough. You'll end up screwing up the paint job, basically. So that's where that's at. Yes, exhaust fans. We do exhaust the air. We got a rudimentary setup. It works for now. We'll build ourselves an appropriate paint booth one step at a time. You'll see that in the coming months. I'd like to say weeks, but let's be really honest, it's going to cost several grand. To buy a paint booth, to have delivered and set up, you're out $8,000 to $12,000. To build a paint booth that is legal, is proper, you can build them for three or four. Mine's going to have a hard deck, and we're going to have storage and an office above it. So it'll cost a little more. $5,000. We'll have everything set up how we want it. That's time and money. Okay? We don't have a lot of money. We got time, not a lot of money. So, Tommy Shoe, partners suck. You're right. I'd had 2 business partners in the past. They were thieves and liars. And I was naive and foolish. Jeremy's neither, and nor am I anymore. So, there you go. 39, man, we got that out. Yay. Put up the vids. Let's see, Jeremy has probably 40 pictures over the course of it, from when it pulled in to when he left it, right before I shot the footage of it leaving. He left about 2 hours before it left. He had stuff to do. We didn't have anything else better to do. He took off at like 2 on Thursday. I hung out till 6, and I hung a quarter panel on the Monte Carlo, and John came in and helped me. John's another very welcome addition to the shop. Old boy Jerry that was working for us, he was a welcome addition to the shop. If I had enough work to keep those guys busy and still feed Jeremy and I, you bet your ass they'd be in there. But that's a discussion for another day. We've been slow. Our business dropped off at least 60%. It dropped off really bad. The good is we're getting back into the restorations. We got to move forward, okay? Bad news is we're broke some bitches, and we've got our personal bills to make. We've got the shop bills to make now. It's not all wrapped up in my convoluted, fucked up little world, which is good because it allows a new and professional perspective on the matter. Viewership's up, guys. That's all you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Without the kindness and support of everybody out there, I probably wouldn't still be doing this. I certainly wouldn't be doing Sunday morning coffees. I mean, come on. Some of you hate them, some of you love them, but where did this other 24 folks come from? Wow, thank you. Usually I'd have 45 to 52 views on a Sunday morning coffee, and then it drops off and nobody looks at it again. That's cool. This is your current events show. Damn, I can't thank everybody out there enough. Show your mama, show your neighbor, show the guy down the street you don't like. I like views. I like views in the respect of, I like seeing this channel grow. Do I have monetary goals involved with the channel itself? Yeah, you bet your ass. People are simple. Men, especially, are simple. Men have a mindset of, will it get me fed or will it get me laid? That's about the two main perspectives of a male mind. Let's be honest, that's how it goes. This little bit right here, this helps me get fed. We're working our way into pushing back to the old stuff with a ferocity. I got some plans here in the near future to actually start getting into some flip cars. I've got a good friend of mine, good friend of the shop, on a couple of really interesting, can't say projects because it would be an ongoing endeavor. So we're going to see how that works out. Not a partnership per se, but a partnership on one aspect, I guess. They'd own the rights and the ins and outs aspect of it, but we would provide the labor and know-how. I'm not going to get into that too deep. I go on all day. Oh shit! Along with old YouTube, I mean, we're up to where we're at. We're like 6,500 views a month. That's awesome, guys. That's all you folks out there. Thank you so much for hanging out, calling me a loser, calling me ace, or whatever the hell. I don't care. Here's real simple of it is. I'm not a special guy. There's nothing special about me. I saw something I wanted and I went and got it. Well, at least I'm working towards getting it. I am gifted with my hands. If I can put my hands on it, if I can see it, I can touch it, I can figure it the fuck out, okay? But I think it's more determination and refusing to listen to those that say, oh, you can't. I listened to those saying, you can't, for many years. One of my best friends for almost 20 years. That's all I said to me, you can't, you can't, you can't. Every little small project I delve into, body, paint, otherwise, oh, you don't know what you're doing, you don't have the patience. Well, I finally just stuck a big middle finger up in the air and went and did it. Here I am today. So, not testimony to my greatness, testimony to the greatness of mankind, human beings. That's what it is. And for you folks to look at and understand, this isn't just a, quote, victory for me, it's a victory for all of us. And by so much I'm saying, if you want it, folks, go get it. Go fucking get it. If that's what you really want. It's hardships you got to deal with, but it's hardships and everything. Looks like YouTube's going through and finding third-party content on other videos. I don't know what that's about, but pisses me off a little bit. Do you know, I turn the radio down or I just have the commercial radio on. We put it on the oldies station. When I was a kid growing up, really I had two options. Oldies, which is playing, Motown and doo-wop, or country. I don't really care for country, never did. Now we get into your rockabilly and shit like that. Yeah, hell yeah. I'm an old punk rock kid, and I have a definite slant towards that rockabilly flair. I love me some old Johnny Cash and Merle Haggard and the old boys. But again, that's kind of what I grew up on, was the older stuff. Never came back to it till I was over 30. Don't get me wrong, I still got Joy Division, The Clash, Rancid, Ramones. But I added to that Dino and Peggy Lee, and there you go. The complexity of a simple human being. So YouTube's going back through shit. I don't know. Don't get it. Don't care, I guess. I mean, it irks me, but I don't like the way the pages are set up, because I'm missing a lot of you people's videos now. I don't get up on YouTube that often. Once a week I get a few hours I can chill out and go back through my subscriptions. Now I gotta go back through individual channels and find out what the hell I've been missing. So that pisses me off. I'm missing a lot of videos that I wish I weren't. On a declining and sad note, last year ish, Christmas-ish, Yule-ish, there were two people very, very close to me that were diagnosed with cancer. One person very personally in my life every day, close to me. I won't get into that. And the other person was through YouTube and Facebook. I got to know, better than an acquaintance. I don't know if I have the right to call him a friend. And it's two very real and different outcomes to this story. One, the person that's here and present in my life daily, physically, they made the statement of get your affairs in order. Well, it's come back, I don't know, about 4 months ago. The word recovery was used. So we have a survival case on our hands. It's amazing, profound. The other one, not so much. And if you guys never got to know him, again, I never got to look him in the eye and shake his hand, and I'm heartbroken for that, and I'm heartbroken for his family and friends' loss. And it was Jimmy Crawford. He was down in Dallas, a pinstriper, and we would chat over Facebook chat quite a bit, a couple times a month. And he always had the stern family advice. He always had a different way of looking at the world. And he lost his battle this week. I don't know, that's really my place to get into or discuss or anything else. I just want to send out my heartbroken sorrow to his family and friends there that were with him, physically knew him and were friend and brother, and it's a loss for sure. If you guys don't know who I'm talking about, go check out SWRNC. It's where I got my first glimpse at Jimmy Crawford and his work. I found him on Facebook. No matter what he was up to, if he was heading out the door or whatever, he'd sit down and spend a half hour and chat with me. And again, I receive some invaluable advice about life and work and business from the man. From someone that is 1,200 miles away, that I never got to shake his hand or meet in person. He still treated me as he treated any other friend. Gosh, guys, we're wrapping up this Sunday morning coffee quick, aren't we? Ooh, a phone call early. Give me a second. That was my nephew. He is coming over as well as the family is, which I'm horribly embarrassed. My yard's a mess. I haven't mowed it in way too long. I broke my mower. Being childish, basically. He shot a couple Canadian geese, so we're gonna smoke a couple goose breasts today on the smoker. I haven't fired it up in too long. Yeah, routing out today, man. Let's see. Partners, good or bad or indifferent. I think it depends on the circumstance. I really do. It's allowed me to release a lot of the stress, and Jeremy helps me shoulder the responsibilities. It's a good thing in this case. This is, with any good fortune, this will be the last job I ever have. They'll carry me out of that shop feet first. Exhaust fans. We got a basic system set up. It's not great, but it works. It does. It'll pull the air out of that shop quick. The fans we have set up, well, the one fan we've got is a monster. So good there. Viewership's up. The L39 got a scrub and shove. Not 100% satisfied, but we were at about 30 hours on it, and then Jeremy and I both worked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and half of Thursday on it. You figure, even if we only work 7-hour days, that's 14 hours, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, each. 28, 40, we went well beyond what we were supposed to hours-wise on it. It didn't necessarily hurt us, but our numbers are definitely down, I've got to look at those things as a business owner, not as self-employed or anything else. Monte Carlo, we're just smashing it. We're getting it gone. We're not compromising our work. We're just approaching it with new vigor, okay? Don't ever mistake in smashing a project out with slipping on quality. Can't allow that to happen. Got the lead in on the trunk lid, got it in sealer, the lead wasn't perfect. Whatever, we just wanted to fill in the worst of the voids and then go over and make everything perfect with body filler. That's what we've done. Let me see here. Our viewership's up. We actually have interest from a couple vendors for a merchandise sponsorship, i.e. they bring in shit for us to demo. Yeah. Why not? Heck yeah. I use my vendors for the people relationships more so than the store they're from. So I'm going to keep plugging them. We'll get some merchandise sponsorships in. What does that mean? Does that mean I'm selling out? Okay, call it what you want. I don't give a damn. What that means is we'll have someone from the store come in, bring us something to demo, a product to demo, and we'll show you guys all about it. We'll plug the store that brings us the goods. And we move on. These, we started loading our own tubes, so it doesn't have near the chemical nastiness. And I've cut in half, sometimes by a third. So, yeah, I'm still smoking cigarettes, but I'm moving in the right direction. I'm absolutely moving in the right direction of one day lowering the stress level in my life enough, I decide, hey, I'm going to quit. I rarely have a cigarette in the shop. As it gets cold out, that means I got to step outside. That sucks. It's cold. So, where we're at now, we're moving forward. I'm going to pick up a sponsor or two. We're moving on older stuff. We'll get that Monte Carlo out. I'm kicking it around. I've been talking with the street rodder. I've been talking with Jeremy, my partner. We're thinking about street cred on the cheap. The middle of the road payment, i.e. we get it in slick sand, the Monte Carlo in slick sand, ready to block out and paint and finish up. Our payment at that point is a 76 Camaro, and she's rough, okay? She's one of those cars, she may only have 10 years left in her. But it's got a fresh engine in it. Like, brand new fresh. What happened was I was supposed to get a 76 Camaro with a 383. Well, somebody ran the fucker out of oil. And it wasn't holding oil pressure anymore. So the owner says. Well, he pulled a fresh 355. Might have a couple thousand miles on just break-in miles at this point. Like, it still has the zinc oil in it for break-in. And it holds oil pressure. We may go over it, do a quick scrub, make it shiny, pretty, and shove it. I'm not going to sell it as a new hot rod. I'm not going to sell it as some showpiece. I'm going to sell it as a hot rod on the cheap. And we may show it as a hot rod on the cheap. One of two things is going to happen. It's going to come in, get it scrubbed down and dolled up, or I'm going to set it out in front of the shop by the big street out front with a for sale sign on it and just move it. Either way, we gotta get that one. We gotta get that shoved. I mean, it's still Ralph's car. Essentially, what's going on is we're going to take the responsibility of selling it to receive our payment so we can finish up our Monte Carlo. Wrong season to be selling muscle cars. In any event, there's going to be at least one video on that old Camaro, walk around, looking in it, looking around it. I will spend some time tuning the carb. I've noticed every one of his vehicles, the carbs aren't tuned quite right. So, I'll get to where it runs and drives like it's supposed to. We're out. You folks have a great week. I am going to get around, finish my coffee. My mornings usually consist of half a dozen cigarettes, almost like a chain smoking episode, and then I taper off the rest of the day, which is good. Cigarettes bad. Don't go do that. And then I'm going to fire up the smoker. You folks have a great day. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for having coffee with me.